In a world oversaturated with other people's opinions, what is needed now is more opinions! Alex and the Garbage Man!
You like that
shit.
burp?
The belch
like
every time gets me.
Yeah. Have you ever seen Revenge of the Nerds?
Oh, dude, like years and years and years and years. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, like I'm talking like Mackenzie, like elementary school, because they were always on TBS, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Are you frozen?
Not
There you
according to me.
Maybe it's me. Am I moving?
Yeah.
Hey, you know, there's another movie that was on all the time, and I haven't seen it for quite a while. And maybe it falls under that rule that I don't want to watch it because when you watch old movies, they suck after.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking Maximum Overdrive. Just that hit me because I said TBS because it was always on TBS, right? No?
Yeah, I remember seeing it.
Yeah, I remember seeing it and really liking it as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that I'd like it anymore. So that's what I'm getting at. I remember I enjoyed it back in the day. So
my girlfriend and I were starting to slowly go through the entire Hellraiser series.
Nice.
And the first one is great. The second one, as a sequel, almost equally as good. We saw the third one about 2 days ago. And, you know, for a 90s movie, it's okay.
Yeah. Well, like I said, we found that with the Dream Warriors. I remember watching, I think I watched it with you the first time. I want to say it was like a birthday party or something.
It was, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
We watched it. And I remember, like I said, I watched it a few years ago and I was just like, I think that's all. I think I said, don't be a menace to South Central while drinking your juice in the hood was the first. I actually, it was the Dream Warriors. It was the first movie I watched. I'm like, I got to stop going back and watching. But me and Cohen always try to watch every Halloween to watch all the Jasons. Because they're my favorite. Texas Chainsaw Massacre is a standalone movie. The first one is my favorite horror movie by itself. The original Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah.
The other ones are like, well, the newer ones weren't bad-ish. But my favorite series as a whole would have to be Friday the 13th minus Goes to Hell. I even like Jason Goes to Space. I got a kick out of it. I got a kick out of Jason Goes to Space.
Just because they're playing into how corny the whole idea is.
Mm-hmm. Oh, for sure. Like they owned it. It was like they were breaking down the fourth wall without actually breaking down the fourth wall.
Yes.
Right. So I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. I thought, yeah. And actually, it was just a King of Trade in Lethbridge on the weekend. And I'm gonna have to go buy these here when my funds get better. When I'm back to work full time. But they actually have, like Leatherface, they have Junior's statue from Texas Chainsaw Massacre with the different masks in a box. And then they also have the Jason Voorhees from Jason 6, Jason Lives. That's my favorite one. When Tommy brings it back to life at the beginning, they actually have that Jason. So I was like, I need those two like on my mantle of collection. Those are two of my favorites. So I thought, yeah, I definitely got to get those.
We could probably make a case. I think I could make a pretty strong case for why Part 6 is the best in the series. Not only 1986, so it's middle of the 80s. My theory on how films evolve over time is by the middle of a particular decade, the feel for how films are made in that decade has been established. So by 1975, the feel for how 70s films go has been established. And you can see that from about 74, 75 onward up until the early 80s. Mm-hmm. And then by the early 80s, you see the new feel for the films of the 80s and so on and so forth. So horror movies for the 80s or movies in general has been established by 86. The music by Harry Mancini. No, not Harry Mancini.
Not Harry Mancini.
No, but he had done the soundtrack since the beginning. Like it was spot on for that particular tone of that particular movie because it is taking itself seriously, but it also plays into the campiness of it at least a little bit. So the music is spot on. The the acting, the actors who were chosen, they look like they could fit those particular roles. So good there. The cinematography was pretty good. The sound effects were definitely not as cheesy as they were in part 5. I mean, part 5 was just an enjoyable shit fest, if you will.
Pretty much. Yeah, I'll agree with that completely. Okay, so to build on what you're saying, I'm going to let you go again. Do you think that started in 79 or 8 when the first Halloween came out? Because if you're going to go with cinematography and the way it looked, the look, I'm going on the look, because what you said, that triggered something in my head. If you think about the look of Halloween, the original Halloween from 78, 79, 79?
78.
Okay, 78. And then you look at Friday the 13th, part 1 from 1980.
Mm-hmm.
The cinematography and the way it's shot, even the picture, all looks very similar. Now that you say that, I completely see it. Yeah,
because the POV shot of the killer's point of view, that came around in, well, Halloween really put it out there, but it was somewhat before Halloween. I want to say early 70s, maybe even the 60s when that came about. But John Carpenter skyrocketed that thing. So yes, POV between the two films is very similar. And plus they're shot on, Zach would know this. I wish Jack or Zach were here to set me straight on this. Either 16 or 35 millimeters. So the look of it is pretty much the same. Hello, Susan. And hello, Ryan.
I'm watching the trailer to The Hills Have Eyes. And you can see the difference even there. It's not as different. It also could be the big thing with the lighting, because both those Friday the 13th are very dark. Or Friday the 13th and Halloween, of course, are very dark, right? So I'm thinking, so yeah, definitely, now that you're saying it, I see it. So when did Nightmare come out then? 82?
I want to say 84.
That, because you could definitely tell there too. You can tell the difference in the way the picture looked. 84. You're right. Yeah. Even looking at the stills, you can see the difference between the stills, like just how it looked. I mean, that's amazing. That now that you've said that, just how the difference is, how you can just see the difference of it.
Yeah.
And I'm never gonna unsee that now, because now I totally see it. Like I completely see that. And I think number 6 was my favorite because we always had fun watching them.
Yeah.
And we'd always do voices. Like my favorite one was like when the guy shot it with the paintballs. When he shot Jason with the paintballs, it's like, dude, my good coveralls. And he kind of chases after him, right? And he's like, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. He's like, it's like serpentining's gonna help you not die right now, sir.
Italian film, it's Bay of Blood. I'm pretty sure I've seen it. I'll have a look at my trusty movie watched list, because it sounds very familiar. And I'm pretty sure Bay of Blood was from like 1963 or something like that.
71.
Oh, I'm an idiot.
I don't say that. I just happen to have my IMDb opened. That's why it worked. So
yeah, A Bay of Blood, 71. I have seen it. Yeah,
I have not seen it. So is Brody correct there that it is pretty much like, again, I haven't seen it. So
good question, because I don't remember. I saw it Bay of Blood 2 or 3 months ago. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. Because it always happens with filmmakers who borrow or rip off, or the term is you steal from the best.
Yeah.
So
go ahead.
If a filmmaker sees something they really like in a film, they want to use it for their own film. Of course, you're going to see that there. Kind of like an homage. Sometimes an homage depends on who it is and what they're going for.
And let's be honest. I mean, that's not just in cinematography and whatnot. Music. I mean, the case could be made for Stairway to Heaven and Hotel California. That both the riffs were taken. And in wrestling, both Scott Hall and Sting have said, Scott Hall suggested, rip off The Undertaker to Sting, but don't rip off The Undertaker. Rip off Taker, but don't rip off Taker, right? So that's just, if you want to call it an homage or whatever you want to call it. But have you ever seen, now that we're talking about horror movies, God, I like the old ones. I like the 70s or the 80s and the 90s ones, because the new, I'm not into gore porn. I'm not into the murder porn, I guess. I'm not into the Saws, and I didn't mind Hostel. Wasn't too bad. I didn't think it was like
you.
What was that?
Pussy. You're a
yeah.
pussy.
I'm just not like the first couple Saws I really enjoyed. Like the first two were like yeah, but then like it just got really like holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So maybe I should see if I can find it there or rent it on Amazon or something like that. Bay of Blood. Yeah, I'll definitely love to check it out. See what I did there? A little throwback. So, what was I gonna say? Did you ever watch Sleepaway Camp, the original Sleepaway?
Ooh, I'm pretty sure I did not, which is strange because I'm a horror fan, and I remember being at Donald and Eddie's place when they were in the apartment building. And I walked in there one night and I sat down with Eddie because at their place you could just walk in.
You literally, everybody was welcome. You didn't even knock; you just walked in.
And I sat down with Eddie, and I'm pretty sure it was like not Sleepaway Camp, but Campfire Tales or some dumb shit like that.
Okay, well, I'll just say, like, the first time I watched Sleepaway Camp, it's very campy. Yeah, the curling iron. Wow.
Very campy. See what you did
very
there.
campy. No pun intended. But the end scene, the very last scene with the look on her face, like haunted me.
Oh, wait a minute. Sleepaway Camp. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Angela is the name of the main character. Yes,
Angela.
I've seen it. Jesus Christ. Yes, I've seen it.
The end with when she's standing there hissing, I'm just like, and that stuck with me. That was just in my head. Like I mean, I'd seen tons of horror movies, tons of kills and that, but just the look on the face of Angela just it gives me the heebie-jeebies just thinking about it. Did you get the heebie-jeebies? Then no. So shut up. You probably haven't seen that, have you? You know what movie I'm talking about there?
No.
Then things like Madagascar. The King Lemur is Sacha Baron Cohen. Dude, you want a good laugh? I recommend the Madagascar series. I think it's hilarious. Like King Julian. If you can't laugh at King Julian, you're a poo head because it is great. That and then what did I just watch recently? Monsters versus Aliens. And Seth Rogen's Bob. There's like got Renee Zellweger, Kiefer Sutherland's a voice, and then Seth Rogen is the voice of Bob. Like that's all you just need to watch it. You want a good laugh? Good Lord. Did you see him without his beard?
No. Oh, wait a minute. Yes, I have seen Knocked Up. Yeah.
No, like no beard. Like it's weird. He's got longer hair, no facial hair whatsoever. He looks strange without any facial hair. I don't know, but he's got longer hair. He doesn't have the curls, right? Like I don't know if it was for a movie or something. I just saw pictures on Facebook. It was like, the only reason I knew it was Seth because it did say Seth Rogen. I was really no, it's not. But when they did the side feature, you can see the like his jawline. I'm like, okay, that's Seth. Like, but it definitely did not look like it.
Wow.
Yes, the Madagascar King Julian. It's just does anybody else have the heebie-jeebies? Or no? So shut up. And now you go watch it and go, oh, that's what he meant. I see it now. That's great. And I think Cedric the Entertainer's in it too. Like, here's what I've never understood about. I realize you need names to sell a movie. I understand that, but there comes times where it's like when they did Alvin and the Chipmunks, right? The newer movies, and like Justin, what's his face from Jeepers Creepers? Yeah, he was the voice of Alvin, and like Christine Applegate was the Penguins. Yeah, status report. Thanks, Penny. Now I got all distracted. Shit, I'm totally lost now. Wait, let me backtrack. I'm lost. I can't remember what the fuck I was talking about.
For the audience's information, I'm allowing this to go on so I can use Nick's confusion for the next intro that I do.
I totally can't fucking remember what I was
rolling tumbleweeds in silence. He's like, huh? What?
Used to be a professional whistler. Yeah, she totally threw me off. Anyways, Thanks. Now we got a new segue apparently. So cartoons. I recommend because the DreamWorks guys, I think the DreamWorks guys also did Madagascar, the guys that did Shrek.
Okay.
So I quite enjoyed them. So if you're really stumped for a movie, maybe could use a laugh, watch any of those. So I know you got a bazillion movies to fucking watch.
Oh yeah.
I mean like a bazillion, like all of them.
Really?
Like
all of them. Like, oh my God.
Like all for cereal.
Is that a loss for words?
Well, I'm just gonna blame the concussion. I think that's what it was. That's actually happened quite a bit lately. I'll just space and like shit. And now I'm actually really worried because I was gonna I am guilty as a singer for having an iPad on stage. Because there are times I just can't remember lyrics. Like there's just the easiest song in the world that our band just cannot nail down is Teen Spirit by Nirvana. I messed the lyrics up and the guitar solo, both of my guitarists are like, fuck this song. And it's like, they're like, it's so simple, but they can't do it. Right. And so, I mean, yeah, it's a crutch, but like, I was like, this year I'm going to really focus and practice and make sure I don't. And lately I've been like, I think I'm going to need that iPad still. Like but then like, cause a lot of people shit on that. And I'm like, well, albeit I still see bands like Metallica and stuff. They got their lyrics on the ground. They got screens in front of them rolling. And if I'm just some shitty cover band, well, not shitty, but a cover band, like, shouldn't I be able to do the same thing? Right?
That's a good movie. I like This Is 40.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
When he's got his legs up. What is this? What is this?
Oh my God. I can never look at Paul Rudd without seeing the spread leg scene in my head.
Every time I see him, I think it was a crap sack. Sarah May, what was his name in Friends? Phoebe changed her name to Princess Consuela Banana Hammock. and he changed his name to like crap sack or something. That's what he changed. Come on, Sarah. What was his name? I know if I yelled at Kim right now, she'd know it, but I can't. It was a crap sack. And she didn't know. And Phoebe thought a banana hammock was what bananas hung on. She didn't realize a banana hammock was a Speedo.
Oh.
She thought a banana hammock was like those things that you hang bananas on in your kitchen. Yeah.
There's a movie from, I think it's 2003 with Susan Sarandon Susan Sarandon and not Daryl Hannah. Who's the other blonde woman from the 80s, everyone?
Michelle
Goldie
Pfeiffer?
Hawn.
Oh,
Goldie Hawn. It's called The Banger Sisters. And one of the only things I remember about that movie is that Goldie Hawn's character was talking about, you guys have a banana hammock? And she was referring to an actual banana hammock in reference to how rich these people are, that they have a banana hammock. And the only other thing I remember from that movie was when Susan Sarandon was in a trance talking about Jim Morrison, and her daughter's character thought she was talking about Van Morrison. The strange things that just pop up in your head some days. It's funny, like, and that's what I like about our conversations. And I always say, like, when I talk to Chad and Elistic, that like, those are our conversations. ADD conversations. It's like squirrel, and then you're back, and then like it's almost like going on that YouTube wormhole when you're just like, okay, drop a deuce, and I'm gonna watch people slipping and falling, right? And then like half an hour later, the shit's dried to your cheek, your legs don't work, and you're like, why am I watching now guys belching ABCs? Like, what? How the fuck did I get fucking here? And you got to follow like the wormhole, how you got down that, and then you got to call 911 because your legs are locked up and you can't get off the toilet. That's happened to me. Hey, Trevor. Speaking of which, no, I'm kidding.
Great segue.
There was a story that I saw years ago. This has nothing to do with anything, of course, squirrel, where a woman, a larger woman, if I'm allowed to use that term, and now we just got canceled on every platform available for that. She sat down on her couch in her, I want to say it was her trailer. She sat down. She did not get up for 2 years, not for anything. I believe this was a woman in Florida. She didn't get up for anything, and I'm talking anything, not a thing. The fire department eventually had to come to her trailer and cut away the skin from her legs and her buttocks that had grown or attached itself to her couch, because of course she had urinated and defecated into the couch. So her skin grew around the couch. They had to cut that skin, take her to the hospital where she died. Did she have 3 small women orbiting around her? A fat woman clip-clopped into the shoe store today. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about, Ryan. I love when he starts with those. That's such a great joke. She has 3 small women orbiting around her.
My favorite one to this day, and I'm probably gonna get it wrong, but I think I mainly got it right. So Mr. Al Bundy gets this shoe on this woman's foot, and she's like, I don't know if I like that shade of blue. And he's like, well, how about this? You come with me in front of the mirror, and I'll start choking you. And when you reach the shade of blue that you like, moo like a cow.
You yell moo, and I'll stop. See,
how dare you say that to my face? Well, I drive around to the backside of you, but I only have a half a tank of fuel.
I had a friend years ago who was in film school, and I told her at the time that is still to this day my favorite TV show, and she kind of looked at me funny. And the reason that it still is to this day, 15 years later, is because of the writing. Like lines like that, sometimes you just come up with off the dome, but sometimes you really have to think about them. And it's great lines like that that keep a show going. I love the YMCA episode with where that 70s group, Jesus. I hate being old because everything that I think about when I'm not here comes to me instantly. And now that I'm on the internet, yep. I'm just a moron. So I just fill the void with more stupidity.
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I think I honestly think like an Al Bundy, he was the dad at the time. Mm-hmm. He really was. That's how dad used to be, and now it's all sugar coated and like Red Foreman. That was You didn't know the Village People? Yes, it's the Village People. Macho man. Yep. I got to be a macho man.
I know it's all coming back to me now, but it didn't in that very instant. I know because I watched that episode about 2 weeks ago. That's my second favorite episode, aside from the movie show when they're in the theater. I love that episode.
I like the one with the shopping spree.
Oh, that's a good one.
I think that's my favorite one. Yeah. When he's got the cart, it's regulation. He sticks the sticker on the side of it.
And you got the Olympic fanfares. They're going down the aisle.
Yeah. So, geez, great googly moogly. So I'm on Reddit. Mm-hmm. I'm going back to the story, but Alex said, a woman in Florida spent 6 years sitting on the couch. She died during surgery, attempting to remove her after her skin grafted into the fabric.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Oh my God. The internet is so brutal.
That's because you're on Reddit.
Here's the comment. Yep. To conquer the couch, you must become the couch.
Oh my God.
I fucking tears in my eyes.
And I know we're going to get canceled for this later. We're not laughing at the woman who died. We're laughing at the ingenious of the line itself.
Yeah, we're not. I mean, that is... I watch... I like watching the 600-pound... My 600-pound life. And they're actually in some really cool shows now because they're on the ones with the guys like... This one gentleman who's now got his pilot's license... This almost 700 pounds. He now weighs 215 pounds.
Fucking awesome.
In under, I think 2 years he did this. Wow. It's astounding. They're into the parts now with the people, like they've succeeded. They've got the surgery. There's a couple of them that are still goofing off, but this is what I don't understand. You're morbidly obese. And from what I've read about the show, because I wanted to find out like who funds the program. It's actually between TLC and Dr. Nazarian's office. They actually it's a free surgery, but they have to let the camera crews follow them. And I understand the struggle with food. I mean, I'm a big dude. I understand it. But these people are eating things that I like. I'm watching this going, I feel like a glutton if I get an extra sausage McMuffin if we go to McDonald's before we go like travel somewhere, right? Yeah. These people are eating like 2 large fries, 5 sausage McMuffins, burgers. Like, this is one meal. One meal.
And they're not doing the Michael Phelps workout.
God, no. Yeah, they're not doing the like Michael Phelps. I think I read he needs 12,000 calories a day to maintain his body.
Yeah.
Like, because all the swimming that he does. So.
Yeah, a little bit of enablism, Sarah, might figure into it, but you can't stop a strong, independent woman from doing what she wants to do. And if you try, you're a sexist and a misogynist and a rapist, and you should be killed in the street.
So I will say for what I've seen on this show, I have noticed that a few of these obese women are, well, and men, but I can't say men and women, but the people in the show, they are very ignorant and rude, and like these people who are trying to help them, like these people that like their husbands who are having to wash them and like they're just belligerent. And a lot of the times, like, and it's funny because the little doctor Nazarian will get mad and be like, "Oh, you won't give it the food, you'll make it them pickies," and they're like, she gets belligerent. Like she'll like bully them and be completely miserable until the point where they get what they want. But then it's his fault. Like, he's had success. It's a very low success rate, but we've all seen, like if you watch the show, you see it all the time, and you'll get these ones that'll be like, "Well, I need more food. You can't do it on this diet." But meanwhile, there's people who, that wanted to do it, like this gentleman who's now a pilot. He looks astounding. It's unreal. Like, I'm probably 320 now, and how much do you weigh? So he's probably lost a me and a you in a year.
Yeah, 2 years,
year and a
right?
bit. 2 years. Yeah, the one guy was 2 years. Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Extremely. Yeah, Chad forgot the start time, so
that really comes with age.
Oh,
yeah, you fart and you fart dust. You were old. But yes, I actually. So this woman, like. Wow, wow. 6 years, like, and then it's funny when you read not funny, but it's when you read. So I gotta stop saying that. When you're reading people are asking, like, where's the food coming from? This was back in 2015. Was there? Like, there was few food services, but definitely not like it is now. Was it? Isn't it? Was it? I've never even used a food service, so.
Me neither. Aside from getting takeout a few times back in the day, but
yeah. Wow, like unreal. Like, it's not that I didn't believe you. I wanted to read the story.
Yeah.
I'm just and trying to find more than just Reddit to read the story. See, because here one says 600 pound, one says 480. It doesn't matter. She's a big lady, 40 years old. Wow. The ambulance was too small to take her.
Flatbed truck, I guess.
Wow, like. Great googly moogly. That's terrifying.
Yeah.
Well, so I don't know what to say. Actually, I do, because I think it's going to open up an interesting dialogue. I should have had the story ready. Hey, Alex, filibuster here for a minute or 5.
Open up the gaping maw of discussion. Speaking of food, I wanted to say that it's interesting that you and Chad have become really good friends over the years, because I thought, and maybe this is just me not being in contact with you up until recently, like on a regular basis, you and Trevor were the tightest of friends. And it's great that now, because you're friends with Chad, like such good friends, I get to absorb him somewhat, even though Chad and I didn't really know each other. Now he's my friend too. So there.
Trevor is just doing his own thing now.
Good for him.
He's engaged. I don't know. They're together with a woman. She had a couple kids, so he's a stepdad now.
Right on.
Yeah, vice versa. So yeah. Oh no. Oh, say pretty nice cookie. Okay. So I didn't know. I think it's gonna be interesting, because I know perspectives of some people in here and what they're gonna say when we talk about this. So I am very curious about what a lot of people are gonna think about this subject. So this here,
Oh, hold on. My wife
Okay.
has concerns about you absorbing me. So there was a post that you responded to, Chad. I think it was last week, and it was regarding what can you say in bed that you could say at the dinner table. You did a reply that makes me feel, sorry and scared for Tamara. I don't know what it was, but I just thought, oh shit. I know you're joking, and so am I, but still, I'm retorting just for the hell of it. Anyway,
Mine was actually can we do this buffet style?
of course you would say that. No, I'm kidding.
Right. Okay. So, um, share screen. All right. So, for those of you who can't see that, that is a Nazi flag, and it is actually the Hitler Youth flag, which has been for the second time in a few weeks here, or whatever, on a second rural property in Alberta. So, I'm kind of curious to get everybody's perspective on what they feel about this being posted anywhere. And
What, the flag or the story?
I would like to. Well, no, the flag being erected, if you will. And I would like to start with your perspective, Alex. Like, what do you think about this flag being flown in Canada?
My first reaction was, bruh, keep your trolling online, not IRL. Like you're taking it way too far. And then you read the story, and apparently they're not joking. This is extremely disturbing. Why? I remember in one of the party videos, I think we had taped up Bubble with a bunch of clear tape, and then you walked into the room, and your only reaction was, why? And I can't remember where that was, but I want to clip it and use it for this because, bruh, why?
I don't even know where it was because he had the hockey helmet on, and he was all taped up with a bottle of beer in his arms. I walked in and was like, "Why?" Like,
and I did some reaction.
And I did some stupid shit in that house, and even I'm walking in going, "Why?
Exactly.
Why?" But so, and everyone has seen it now. I just want to take it down. So, I will try to find. So not only was the Hitler, the junior Hitler flag up, so was the rebel flag, the stars and bars. So it's near Boyle, the southwest of Edmonton. Just trying to figure out where. Thought I saw somewhere he said, "Where the hell is it? I can't find where." Okay, efforts to contact the property owner it's gone unsuccessful.
Jesus.
But for someone my age, Chadney's age, and I'll say, well, really, anyone that's a fan of Dukes of Hazzard, I can see them kind of with the stars and bars being like, okay, okay, I get what the symbol is. It's not good. But that's what I think of, like, when I see this. I always think at the top of the General Lee. I'm not bullshitting. I don't understand where anybody would think that the swastikas should be up anywhere.
Exactly.
Anywhere. Like, I don't know. Like, what did he think was going to happen? I mean, it's your and I am waiting, and I'm sure it's out there. I know this argument is out there. I know somebody is saying this. Well, they fought for our right to fly whatever flag they wanted to fly. Man. No, you're a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit.
Yeah. Chad, in this particular regard, this is great that some people are advertising their stupidity now. So then we can choose to avoid those people. I'm all for it. Skinnerd had the flag and they were super liberal. So then it becomes this, we got to dive into that more, why Skinnerd would fly the flag and be liberal. Maybe it's to do with like the South in particular, but we'd have to know their take on it.
I believe that's probably what it is, more leaning towards, that it's their feet. Their, like, for example, there's some kids down here that have the stars and bars on their license plate, like the front plate, right? The one I do find funny is there is a kid ripping around in Toyota with the stars and bars on the front of their car. So I find it funny because it's like, you realize what that meant, and you're on a Japanese car, right? Okay,
He's being inclusive, Nick.
Oh, sorry. That's what it is, inclusive.
Yeah.
Right? And I think that's what it is too, honestly. This is
Southern pride.
Southern pride. Right? Definitely.
All right.
But I don't think that's like, I mean, that is very, very true. Or just saying you're from Florida. Like that'll definitely point that out. So, or just say Roll Tide, I guess, would do it too. So, Florida, yeah, I just want to get, and you want to, it's, and it is nice to see. Like I can hear the argument being made that, well, you have the right to fly whatever you want, freedom of speech, but that's just hate. But I can see other people, like I can just see the people saying, like, and I'm just playing because I know what you read it all the time. Well, what about the other people that are spreading hate and blah blah blah? That's just like, oh, guys,
we'll get to them. Yeah,
it's like pick your battles.
Yeah,
we're talking about a flag that represents, a whole culture that killed millions of Jewish people. That's what the flag stood for. And in my ignorance, the stars and bars, that was the Confederate Army that wanted to keep slavery. Okay, yeah, it sucks that it was on the General Lee. It sucks that, but instead of pulling these shows and whatnot, like I think you can find Dukes of Hazzard on like private feet, maybe, but it should have a thing like it's say like this is, again, times have changed. Like Jim Jeffries said, the bar was here. Well, the bar has now been pulled back all the way over here. Well, doesn't mean that everything that happened from you pulling the bar back till now has to be eradicated. It needs to be explained maybe how it was and how it was wrong. Now that we've more educated ourselves now, this is where we're at. Not just cancel everything and burn everything. But I will say that Mr. Crunch Time Sports did have the best line ever. And I love it. And he's right. The Confederate Army were the first army to get the fucking participation medals. To get their statues. Like, why do you lost the war? Why are you getting statues for anybody? You lost. Like participation statues. Like that's great. I think it's amazing. So, all right, you steer this rudderless ship now.
So, on social media, which I'm slowly getting back into, although I still really don't post anything except this show and maybe a random comment, I saw, how even blind squirrel, what?
Even
a blind squirrel. Yes.
Words
even hard. A blind squirrel is right twice a day. No, I got that mixed up. Sorry.
Words English hard.
Yeah. That's never going to die, Brody.
No.
So on social media, once in a while, I'll see these posts where you'll see a picture of someone and then a bunch of words like, be on the lookout for this person. They did this, this, and this. And it's almost, and I had to create one because I don't want to get into any legal trouble. So I took a picture of my own and screen door in a battleship. Yep.
That's where you need that spray fix-it stuff.
So I took a picture of my own and I created a little thing to illustrate what I'm talking about. And I'm going to completely contradict myself when I talk about this and post it, because with regards to some people saying, well, the Rona can't be real because it's not happening to anyone in my particular area or environment, therefore can't be real. And my response is, well, there's more to the world than just your immediate environment and backyard. So I created, maybe you'll understand what I'm talking about if I show this in the overlay. So they take a picture of someone and they say, this guy did this, be on the lookout for him. He's in this area. How do we know that this person is actually guilty of what they've been accused of in the infographic? You know, have you ever seen those?
I know exactly what you're talking about because I saw it today too.
Yeah.
Here is the problem that you say that because I again, I wasn't in set affected area. I lost again. Halloween. Do you remember? Was it Halloween 4? I think it was where all the rednecks got in the truck to go find Michael Myers.
Yes.
And okay, I think that was 4. Correct.
Yeah.
And that's what sometimes can be created here. You think about it. If someone really like, say, if someone, you know, like in Halloween, they had lost a kid to Michael Myers. He lost his son, so he was out to go for blood. Mm-hmm. What if this isn't true, and so or some guy matches this description, and someone's out and sees this guy and beats the piss out of him?
Yeah.
You know, and meanwhile, you know, you know, and I read, I know what was said. I could actually, you know what? I will bring it up right now. I will find set picture. Just give me 1 second. So go ahead.
And I'm not saying that you have to immediately not believe it just because you see it on the internet. I'm simply saying, how do we know that it's true just because it's been shared by umpteen amount of people? Again, he is bad and did bad stuff. You can trust this because you're seeing it on the internet. And sometimes they take a picture where, and they do this on Fox News all the time, when they want to make someone look bad, they'll post a picture of them, you know, squinting. So they take a single frame, try and frame it a certain way so that the person looks like a moron.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's that. Oh, well, here's a famous one to think of. The woman, Monster, the one Charlize Theron played.
Yeah.
Right. If you took a look, there's a picture of her in the courthouse, and she's going like this, and it looks like she's going to strangle herself with her handcuffs. And the people the guy took the pictures, or someone said no, she was going to fix her hair, but just when they took the picture, it looked like she was about to choke herself with her handcuffs. Mm-hmm. Right. So of course, what do people run with then? Oh, you know, look how crazy this lady was. She was going to choke herself.
Yeah, out of context again on the internet.
Out of context. I'm just sorry, guys. There it is. Yeah, so it yeah, you got. Did you put that on overlay? Is that where you put that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. There it is. I actually entitled it "Bad Guy." That's what I entitled it. Okay. So.
Yes, that's the one I saw. Yes.
Yeah. So. Trying to make it big, but I can't because I think that layout's there. But still, it says, you know, so beware. Okay, Harkin Elementary area. We took the kid to the park, and this East Indian guy was watching us for a while, and then came up to us to start asking us if we came here often, lived together, where we work, etc. When I told him he was being creepy and that we didn't want anything to do with him, he instantly walked right for the kids. We booked it over, grabbed the kids, and he just stared at us, smiling, and continued to peek around the corner of the school as we ran away while on his phone. So, do you know where he was walking? He was just maybe if he's an East Indian fellow, maybe his English isn't very good. Maybe he's saying the wrong word. Okay, so let's just, I'd like to say this for big time first. We don't know the story. And I'm not making excuses if this guy is a piece of shit. Hopefully he gets, you know, justice is served. Proper justice. Not social justice.
Not internet justice.
Not internet justice. How do you know? Maybe he's like, you know, maybe he's just like, maybe he doesn't even understand. You like, and I'm only going on from what I've read and I know of India, and I will be I don't know a lot, but there's a lot of people in a very small area of, right? So the cultures are different. An example, future world champion of the galaxy, Dewey told me, like, because his wife loves going to Disneyland, that like with the Asian people there, they'll like bump into you and not even think twice about it, because there's so many of them that's just their culture. They're not being rude. It's just what they do. So yeah, just to like, he's smiling. Maybe he doesn't understand that, you know. And if while he's on his phone, like, was he like this on his phone? He. Or was he like literally just on his phone?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, again, that to me, that picture that they attached, that's kind of out of context because he's walking away. You could take a picture of anyone out there doing the exact same thing and create a story behind it. Now, why would you want to do this? Well, it depends on who's creating it. There are a lot of trolls out there, if you've ever heard of 4chan, who will do this because they know it will rile people up, and that's it. That's all they want. They want to create online anarchy, and we as a collective keep playing into it time and time and time again. An example that's not entirely related was that suit that was the picture of that suit that was going around. I think it was 2 pictures of suits. One was gold, the other was blue. What color does this suit look like? And the internet went crazy because in my opinion, there were 2 pictures out there. One was gold, one was blue. And we keep falling for this.
Yes, we do.
There was a girl and she ended up jumping out. Now, I saw that as well. I think that was in Prince George. I went through the comments, and I'm pretty sure that was in Prince George. So now, Sarah, that particular story, girl grabbed and ended up jumping out of his car, that might be true. However, we don't know that. If you go to that particular thread, there are other people saying other things about either an East Indian or other East Indians. We don't know if that's true or if that's just another version of a satanic panic, where in the 80s and 90s, all these stories about Satanism had been showing up. What if this is the same thing?
Oh, sir, I did not mean to be that loud there. I'm sorry.
No, it's all right.
I wasn't saying anything like saying that this didn't happen. I'm not saying that whatsoever. But we also had, I was in grade 5 because I was in Mrs. Clark's class, and 2 young girls that, I don't know if Sarah would know them, but I know definitely me, Ryan, and Alex know them, claim that someone in a black van tried, and Alex was in the same school as me, so maybe they had to come apologize too. Yeah. They made up this big cockamamie story about someone tried to kidnap them and whatnot. It ended up not being true. And I'm not saying that didn't happen, Sarah. I'm not saying, please. I'm not saying that didn't happen. But these girls, had Mackenzie on high alert because they said this van tried to kidnap them. And then, Penny too. Yeah, I didn't realize Penny was still here. Jen might even remember too, if Jen's still here. And these girls had to apologize because they lied. I think they were skipping school or something like that.
They were skipping school. And
they made this big elaborate lie up. And yeah, so yeah, Sarah, I'm not saying that whatsoever. But the thing is having... we don't, it's this whole wild goose chase thing. Oh, see, Trevor, everybody's still here. So it's this wild goose chase stuff that gets people hurt. It's the witch hunt.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, and it's happened, and it's also happening right now with the Asians being attacked and whatnot, because people who have lived in North America their whole lives, 2nd and 3rd generations, their names are like, Justin Wong, like it couldn't be any more and he talks just like we do.
Yeah. But
because he doesn't look like we do, assholes are like, you did this to the world. Are you fucking high?
If they were high, they wouldn't be able to throw a punch. They'd be like, yeah, man.
Okay. Now this just clicked in my head though. No, and I don't know. I don't, because I don't want to get in trouble.
Well,
when I say this, but
okay. Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So everybody's saying that it's not these Asians' faults, correct? It's not their fault. It's that their ancestors came here years ago. That has nothing to do with them, right? This, the sickness, which it does not whatsoever, right? So why? Okay, here we go. Why are white? Okay, I'll say this: white people like still being like taken to task for what happened a long time ago, like when it comes to slavery. And because you hear lots of people say that you owe me reparations. Well, okay, this doesn't it's not here, but like in America, I'm just saying, like, if we can say that this isn't their fault, they have nothing to do. Well, why are there generations of white people now who are still under this yoke, if you will, of, well, you owe me this, you owe me that? Well, no, these guys didn't do this to you. And I'm not saying slavery was right at all. And not that anyone would ever say it is, but you really want to get a perspective, watch 12 Years a Slave. That was hard to get through, and that really changed my perspective. And I am, I don't want to get in trouble. I'm just asking, like, why this is the society. Why is it okay to be like, oh no, it's not these guys' fault. We need to, give them a pass, but not even a pass. It's not their fault. They had nothing to do with this. But then why are generations that are 2 or 3 generations removed from something that happened terribly still being held accountable, if you will? Is that the word I want to say? Or
you can use accountable, yeah.
Like, you know what I'm trying to get at? Like, in my hillbilly bro science way, like, it's that thing of picking and choosing when we can be offended, when we can't be offended, or when we need to, like, do you know what I'm trying to say? I'm trying to find the words to get it out right. And I'm not saying that woe is the white man, oh, poor us. Not at all. I'm definitely not. And I don't want my words twisted and turned for that purpose.
Too late.
Well, I know that's, yeah. But we have the full thing. And if I do get in trouble, whoever will be watching this with me and say, this is what I'm saying. I'm asking a question. I'm not trying to be a Tucker Carlson or a troll or anything. I'm asking a legitimate question. As far as I'm concerned, that before my mind went to residential schools, we should be paying for that shit still. Our country has not done enough, in my opinion, to this last generation, well, really to any natives, and that's any country over here, to the natives for what was done to them.
Yeah, and that happened all the way up into the 1960s or 70s, I think.
I thought I saw residential school up into the 80s. 86, wow. I thought I had seen.
Wow.
That's our lifetime.
Yeah.
So, I gave myself a bit of a headache there. Oh, what? Yeah, it just hit me while we were talking about it. Just how messed up it is.
Yeah.
So, sorry to get really real there, but I just 86, Ryan. Yeah, I think it was the last one I saw residential school. And this is like, okay, and I'm gonna get this all wrong. Well, whatever. Okay, what's happening in the Middle East right now with the Palestinians and the rockets and the firing and all the shit that's going on over there. This is why I say religion is the worst thing in the world. It's all religion based, and it's disgusting. And that just came out with the residential schools. Like, you guys don't believe in what we believe, you're savages. We need to change you to conform to what we are. Is absolutely disgusting.
It is. That is absolutely disgusting. Yeah.
And think about the people like that are dying right now over like not believing in the same deity, not believing in the same, really, you're going to kill somebody or not like them or because they don't believe in the same thing. Oh my God. It's ridiculous. Like, that's just, what a world we live in.
Yep.
So, okay, take over because I've just been ranting. Good Lord.
I'm going to take it to a bit of a funnier place. We all know the term porch pirates, people who steal things from the porches of others.
I thought you were going somewhere else. I'm like, no, not Clerks 2, not Clerks 2. We're not taking it back. It's not our word.
No.
Chadney will get that one.
I believe in Pizza the Hut. Nice. This is what I wanted to show you. Gas can roulette. Leave a can of gas on the porch full of water and sugar. Let the thieves take the gamble. Yeah.
That's a great idea.
It is a great idea. It's steps sideways from glitter bombs, I guess. Now, the problem with this is that if the people who are stealing this, they look into it right away, they can splash it all over your property if you're planning on doing this. And plus, this is on social media, so the
People
secret's kind
figure
of
it out
out.
quickly. Yeah.
People figure it out. But still, in the war against people who like to steal things, this is a strategy.
I like the idea of like the empty boxes, like at Christmas, just empty the boxes and put, if you don't want to get rid of them, just put them on your porch. Just leave them there. Someone will take them. I can't believe people still do that with everyone that has like the doorbells and stuff with videos on them. I can't believe people are still doing that crap.
This is the world we live in.
Yep. So what else are we going to talk about? Are we going into our satire bit now, the big one?
You know, we might as well, and you should set it up with the post that you made not too long ago.
I don't remember what post that was.
You said you got the jab.
I did get the jab.
Yeah.
And everything's fine. And it was funny, like the needle didn't hurt at all, and I'm like, oh, that's weird. I'm like, oh yeah, I guess. Look at that thing that I had jammed with a bunch of needles. No wonder it didn't feel shit. I didn't get anything. I mean, I have had a headache now for weeks, but I didn't get cold. I'm always tired in the afternoon. I'm getting that point where it's almost time for old man naps.
You know, I've read, sorry to cut in, but I've read that taking naps so great for your body and your mind. Mm-hmm. If I myself could do it, I would take a 20-minute power nap.
20 minutes, yeah.
Does wonders for your health and your mental health, physical and mental health. So if you can do it, definitely go for it.
Bye, Penny. Tell Sandy we say hello.
Take care, Penny. Thanks for stopping in.
So now it wasn't a post. Is you talking about what we talked about before we came on the air?
Yeah, because didn't you make a post saying that?
No. This was just I just thought of this today at work. So everybody's, not everybody. There's a good portion of people who are anti getting the COVID shot, and we're not getting it. We don't know the testing, and like we don't know what's going on and all this other shit. So, I meant to click, but I missed it. So I started thinking about the whole vaccinations and vaccinations as a whole. Title of your sex tape. And I went back to polio. And polio always just sticks in my mind because of the Chris Rock bit. Is anyone, feeling poly? Yeah, poly, like, no, yeah, no, Robitussin. You better put some tussin on that boy. Like, so, and then I was thinking, like, okay, well, the COVID-19, that's just obvious case. Whether it's we've had 19 different COVIDs or it's a strain of the SARS virus. Again, this is total bro science. Bro science. Thank you. Like, we don't know what the fuck we're talking about. This is just two guys talking about the world events, world stuff. So SARS was in 2011 in Toronto. So 10 years ago. It was in Toronto, I believe, in 2011.
Wasn't it earlier than that? 4, 05, 06?
I thought that was the bird flu. Maybe I'm mixing up my stuff.
I think you should use the internet and do your research, perhaps.
No. Okay, well, my point was, you were right. 2004. You were correct. So, but then that, you know what? That actually cements more about, oh shit, my cat's broken, about what I'm about to say. So, everyone, the way people are carrying on is I've seen that about 5,000 times. It's not. Come on, Brody. Write your own shit. So basically, this stuff has been in development, a vaccine for almost 20 years now, in some form of this vaccine. So it's not like this vaccine was just, they basically, like, I made the joke before we came on the air. It's not like the twins milkshake from where Arnold and Danny DeVito came from, that they went, boo, a beepity boo, a bobbity boo, a bibbity bobbity boo, boo. All right, go with it. Right? That's not what happened. That's not what has happened. So then I started thinking about other big things. So again, polio came up in my mind. And I was like, and we were just loosely talking about it at work today, title of your sex tape. And what we came up with was Mencia. Yeah, Jesus. So in the early 1950s is when the polio rate started to jump. And they got up even more in 1952 and 1953. Okay. So it was 25,000 annually in 1950. And then it went to 35,000 and then 58,000. Okay. Those are the cases that went up. And by 1955, they had the vaccine that was working. It cured it. It cured polio for the most part. And now today, there is, so the number of estimated cases in 88, there was still 350,000 worldwide. Okay. That's worldwide. In 2018, there was 33.
Whoa.
That's it. So this initial run of polio in 1950 to 1955 that's for 5 years into it. They had the vaccine fixed. Okay. So 5 years in 1955. Now, I'd like to talk to you about.
We sit in the living room, waiting for Ines to return. At about 5 o'clock in the morning, the child comes through the door, and I say to my child, child, what did the man say on the stage? Okay, go ahead.
You can't stop now.
I forget the rest. I'm going to fuck it up.
He says, Poppy said some things. And what did he say? Popsy said some things and some words. And what did he say? He said, shit, piss, and fuck my balls, and fuck you, and take my fuck. You cannot say filth on your show. I didn't say no filth on my show. You know what I'm talking about. I can't use the words that you use. Like, I didn't say no filth on filth, and I offended you called fuck you. That's what I'm talking about. You cannot say fuck on your shows. Wow, that was a fucking... Wow, that was awesome. That was just a... and I just got a text from my niece that she's watching.
How old's your niece?
10, 11.
Oh, she's ruined.
Nah, she's heard these things before. So if from 1990 or 1950 to 55, scientists back when they basically had, matches and a couple Bunsen burners and some beakers figured out how to cure polio, okay, which was putting people in the iron lungs when they got sick. Wouldn't you think in that 2021, or let's say 2020, when we have all this technologically stuff around us and all this advanced science and like doctors can be in meetings like this or share files instantly, not like they'd had to mail it or courier it anywhere. They can literally be with each other 24/7 to figure out what this vaccine is going to be. Don't you think that it's in the realm of possibility that they could figure this out in a year if in 1955 scientists figured out how to fucking make a vaccine that cured polio?
Nope.
And polio wasn't a flu, motherfucker. Like, still, like, you it's not in the realm of possibilities. We went from fucking phones that you could barely text on, flip phone things. So, fuck's the early 90s one. If you got lost in the woods, you could beat an elk with it and survive.
It's a brick.
To this thing. You know, like it shows the line. You can actually see the line when we figured out that we could watch adult content on the phones because they were getting smaller, and all of a sudden they got bigger and bigger and bigger again. And it's beyond the realm of possibility that doctors could figure out and go, oh, bro, I'll give you my research right here. And the doctor's like, bro, that works great. I got research too. Bro, we got double research. Dude, get Dr. Husefers from Germany on the line. Dr. Husefers, you got stuff too, bro? We got 3 bros of science. Just like that, bros, unite.
The universal code of science is to start your sentence with bro.
Oh, my head. like, yeah. If you think for 1 second that they can't cure cancer, you are high. I firmly believe, and this is, again, bro science, I have no evidence. I think the man, okay, not even just cancer, but like AIDS. Didn't Magic Johnson get AIDS or HIV in like 1971 or some shit?
It was the 80s.
I know I'm being sarcastic, but he looks great. He doesn't look like he's got, okay, you watch Dallas Buyers Club, albeit it was AIDS. He had like, McConaughey's character had AIDS. Man, he looked like a skeleton. Mm-hmm. Magic Johnson's fat as fuck. You know?
T cells, bro. Take the roids. Get up your T cell count. You'll live.
Yo, bro, give me that paper with cancers on fires. Quick, to Sweden. God damn.
Nope, it's not possible. It's all a plot by the New World Order and the Bilderbergs.
And the frogs are gay. Don't forget about frogs being gay.
Yes.
But I said that all, and it says, okay, now Alex, you need to explain why the ticker has that on there right now.
HIV positive, yes. So you can.
We did
HIV.
say that. Calm your tits, there, former LA Lakers fan who's not an LA Lakers fan anymore. Shut your hole. Anyways, we love that you're here, though, Brody.
I'm sorry I missed your show last night, Brody. I was watching a movie with my girlfriend from 2020 called The Retreat. It was all right.
Because if you were my girlfriend.
Buy the male vitality. Get the bone broth and the boner pills.
I was trying to think of something I'm going to say to my niece. Don't touch boys. They're gross. Boys are disgusting.
And anyway, we're not talking about the Catholic priest kind of don't touch. We're just saying in general.
Yeah.
The reason we have this satire and sarcasm, not so serious, double tag is because someone out there is going to say, look at what these guys are saying about the vaccine. They are not correct. We have to cancel them. And also the YouTube algorithm will descend upon us because we're peddling false information. Because if I say, Nick, what is Bill Gates whispering in your ear because you took the jab and all those little microchips are floating around in you? If I don't have that tag in there, people are going to think we're serious. And so is the YouTube algorithm. And I don't feel like getting canceled by either at this point.
Just so you know, he's telling me to buy a Zoom.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even know where I could find one, but I figure maybe if I do buy one, I'll shut him the fuck up.
Did he apologize for the latest Windows 10 update? Because that kind of fucked him up.
No, he ain't going to apologize for shit.
Did he hit on you because he's single now?
Oh.
Oh.
If I'd have known that, I would have waxed my butthole.
You know who else is single? J-Lo. You ever seen Hustlers? Oh.
I wonder how much because she looks I think she looks almost identical to the way she looked in the 90s.
Almost.
And okay, I understand, people remember when her and Shakira were on the halftime show. Oh my God, they're so plastic. Which they might have had some work, but their job is to be beautiful entertainers. Mm-hmm. That is their job. If any of our jobs were, mine was not to be a fat garbage guy, and it was to be skinny. Okay, and that you were going to pay me to do it. Okay, right? That's their jobs. That's how they make money. Don't hate the player, hate the game.
And now we're descending into celebrity news. So kill us now.
Yeah, please kill us now.
Let's
Every
get back
time
to
I
the
see
jab.
every time I see that like in Entertainment Tonight, my brain just goes like it just like I leave the. But the thing is that there's all these people, like Howard said, what he called, what he celebitards.
Yeah.
That's what he called them, was celebitards, and making stupid people famous.
In this day and age, stupid people make themselves famous. Case in point.
Yeah, like Gorilla Glue Lady, and can't Ben just lay some pipe in her without being with her?
Maybe. If I were him, yeah.
Oh shit, yeah, I would knock the dust off that thing. I mean, A-Rod did a lot of steroids, so who knows if he could sexually perform. So I'd definitely take a. Fuck, my niece is watching. Yeah, damn.
They're nice people. We wish.
Sarah,
them
is Reese still watching? I try to like watch what I'm saying here. They're gonna text her. Is Reese still watching? I'll just message Reese really quick. See, you're still watching.
So you got one jab. You plan on getting another at some point, I assume.
Well, we're getting really personal here. Well, let's see. Right about alcohol, I'll let the like person stab the shit out of me. Oh, you mean a vaccine? Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, of course. Oh, she is still watching. Yeah. Popcorn and unicorn parts. That'll do it.
Oh, we're talking about what goes into the vaccine now. Okay.
Apparently, yeah. Like, yeah, it was
go.
just like it was like. Did they think like because it's my favorite? Like the Swedish shifts in there. Like, is that what they think's going on?
There were no tests done. We are the test subjects. Let's not do our research into these tests that were done. Let's just tell people to do their research. And if their research doesn't correspond with our research, we call them sheeple. Because that makes sense.
Yep.
That's going to be a gif.
It's what we've said before. What sheep are you? Which shepherd are you following? Right? Like, can we just go back to arguing about music? We don't have to kick her out. Just she's gone now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. She's gonna. Yeah. It'd be Jenny on my fucking Kizok is what it would be, not Jenny on the block. Oh my god, I would so sexually disappoint her. It'd be ridiculous.
You would get 4 vaccines just so you could travel there and disappoint her. Yes.
Yeah.
That's
fucking one pump disappointment. Woo!
Yeah.
Hey, do you think A-Rod will sign this for me? Oh, shit, son. Oh, fuck.
She would heel kick the fat out of your face.
Oh, fuck, I'm okay with that. Fucking Hadouken, let's go. I'd wear her like fucking Joey wore the fucking turkey on his head. And it's fucking whoa! It'd be great. It'd be like a marionette. 5? What am I gonna do it 3 times? Good lord, I gotta work in the morning.
That's what she would say. Oh, 3 times. Oh.
Yeah. Jesus. I bet you she smells delicious. Anyways, okay. Woo! Dial her back in.
You belong to all the terrible folk.
Yeah. Right beside Setaguchi's and Mills. Who's this fat fuck? Oh, Jennifer Lopez. 1 pump. Woo! Superstar.
Beers for life, bro.
Yeah, big bro.
I could just imagine the selfie you would take. You'd be on top of her. The phone would be up here, and you'd be like,
Yeah.
and she'd be down there like, oh.
Yeah. Oh my God. He smells like mostly Canadian and maple syrup. Is that what a moose knuckle is? They're not very big animals. Huh.
Yeah, they'd be the size of that co-op sign that we stole that one time.
Cover that hole in the ozone layer. Fuck. So what else do we have? We don't need to put the story up, but just before we came on air, Greyhound buses are now done. And it was a staple in. I didn't realize they'd pull out of Western Canada like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
But that's a shame because there are a lot of people who really relied on that. I would think. You would think, but I guess they said they're always losing money, so I don't know.
Is there a bus system that will replace Greyhound, I wonder?
Well, from what I caught on the newscast, they were saying that the government might have to step in and create a new line to kind of supplement it. Because, I mean, although not tons and tons of people, but there are people who can't afford to fly all over Canada and had to take a bus, right? Which was hell. Oh, we haven't played a story time yet. I gotta go story time.
Do you have a long or a quick story?
It'll be a medium story.
Then I think what I shall give the people, because they haven't seen this one, is this. Story time by Nick.
Brody! Jesus!
Wow.
So
that's Crunch Time Sports, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, Crunch Time Sports. Catch on Wednesday nights. So Sarah will remember this story. Traveled to Calgary to come see family. I just actually finished working out in the bush. I remember the summer I worked in the bush, and we came in and we got drunk like every fucking weekend.
Year 2000, yeah.
Yeah, and so no one was hiring at the time. I just missed getting hired at the mill. I was out when they called in the bush, so I missed it. So it was like, well, I went to Calgary with Mom and Ivan and Sarah. I think we were there for a day, and we were out at the Gregory's farm, like cousin Drew, out at their farm, and the phone rings. It's Debbie, my stepmom. I'm like, oh shit, it's Dad. What's going on? She's like, you need to get home. You have an interview at the mill tomorrow morning.
Ooh.
What? Yeah, they want to interview you. So my mom and Auntie Christine would pack my shit, get me to the Greyhound bus. That was the only way I could get home in time, right? So they sent me on my way. I'm going. And there was this lady, and I had a Discman on. My mom got me a bunch of batteries so I could get home. This lady was snoring so fucking loud.
How loud was it?
Very loud. That I could hear her in my headphones. Like I could hear her over the headphones. So she was a very big lady. And we get to the next stop and I see some people file out and there's a seat near the front open. Like, oh, so I go to grab my bag and all of a sudden I watch her husband get up and go to the front of the bus. He goes and sits down. I'm like, motherfucker. So I get up and I go plop my ass right beside him. He's like, what? I'm like, if you don't want to be beside her listening to her fucking snore, I sure as hell don't want to be. So I'm going to sit here with you. And he stared at me and I stared at him. I was like, I'm serious. Like, she's your wife. Go sit back there. Like, he's like, okay. And he actually went back there. But anyways, get into town. Got into Mackenzie. I think it was like 9:30 in the morning. All night. I look like I just walked out of Quigley's, like to go to work. And like Dad picks me up at the bus stop, and it's like, you got to go home and shower. Like, I don't have time to shower. So Dad takes me home. Pits, tits, ass, tooth, gone, right? And it just happened. It was Bob Grattan and Andy White were doing my interview, and I knew both of them. And I sat down, and I just couldn't contain. Like when I sat, and they're like, well, how's it going, Nick? Da, 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 da. And he says, well, So do you think, you ready to start working at the mill? And I'm like, I just drove home 14 hours on a fucking Greyhound. I better get this job. Just dead stare at him. And he's like, fair enough, right? And I got the job, right? I was just dead stare. Like it just, yeah. And that was my ride home from hell on freaking Greyhound. Broadmensties. Do you remember when Eddie
remember
when Eddie and Jin came back from, that was the same year, from Hamilton all the way back on the bus.
Mm-hmm.
3 days. And then she broke up with them when they got home. Ouch. Ouch town, bro. Population Eddie.
I was on a Greyhound bus for 3 days once. Went from Vancouver to Sault Ste. Marie.
Oh my.
Ontario. Yeah. It was a nice drive. I liked the parts of the drive, especially Ontario, because I hadn't been further east than Saskatchewan at that point. Pretty nice.
What did you go to Sault Ste. Marie for?
For a girl. Oh yeah. Yep, that's all I'm going to say about it. Went for a girl, didn't pan out, but hey, you try.
Did you at least spread your seed?
I can't comment on that because it may.
What?
It was the internet. Everything was crazy. That's all
The finger boys are coming. You're welcome. There's your earworm now. You'll be sitting there and go, fuck that asshole.
No, Chad, not on the bus. No.
Kenora is really nice. Yep. That's a story for another time. I got another good one from my one trip from Ontario back to here. So, Diddly! Fuck! About damn time. What else did we have on the agenda? That's what my kid used to. So, the kids in elementary school get an agenda here, and they write down their homework and whatnot. And Cohen called it a vagenda.
That's exactly what I heard, and that's
what do you call it? And now I call it a vagenda, and I don't even know why I call it a vagenda. But vagenda. Oh my goodness gracious. We don't care that the playoffs are happening. Well, you don't care anyways. Not that I really care either.
Did you hear about there's this clickbait headline that says, "Are you exempt from Alberta's COVID-19 face mask law?"
Oh, great googly moogly.
Yeah, you now need proof to show that you have had a vaccine. So this will get the freedom lovers pissed off.
Yeah, there was Ellen DeGeneres is ending her show after a bunch of years.
Yeah.
I know we've talked about this before. The toxic work environment that Ellen thing was, blah, 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 blah. Oh, so your boss was an asshole. Well, welcome to the real world. And the people, do no eye contact, this, that. When you're a person as famous as Ellen, or a lot of people, when they have these no, eye contact or whatever, they literally are being stared at all the time. They have people, and I know you got to be somewhat humble when you're in the spotlight like that. But if it does come to a point where it's like, okay, I'm done, I've had enough, and I get it because those people be pitching ideas, and you don't really know who your friends are. But yeah, she was an asshole. Okay, cool. We've all had asshole bosses.
Yeah. Oh. But still, she presents this squeaky clean, nice person image on her show, and then she's the complete opposite. No, I don't agree with that. You should, especially not a reality, but a personality such as hers, probably should try to be both on and off the air the same. I have no idea what her life consists of behind the scenes. But still, when you're a person as famous as she is, you should probably try to be nice to underlings, because in this day and age, it's the underlings, it's the people behind the scenes that will eventually bring you down. So
Don't bring me down, Russ. No, I couldn't resist.
karma.
Good. I mean, very much. I mean, true. That is true. It is karma. But you're an asshole. Well, who isn't an asshole? Not that we're wrapping up this very, very second, but have you got any songs you'd like to recommend that people listen to?
Probably.
I have this one, and I heard it on. I think it was actually on Snapchat, but it's by the band Camino, and it's called "Sorry Mom." It's just an acoustic song. I guess quite enjoy it. Yeah, it's called the name is actually the band Camino. So maybe there's no, it's actually before the Camino. It actually says the band Camino.
Oh,
yeah. I don't know. Maybe if there's someone here, but either way, it doesn't matter. Just show it. It's fine. But yeah, it says, it's the band. So maybe there must be already a band named Camino somewhere. Maybe. Yeah, there you go. That's what it is. I really enjoy it. Yeah, it was a nice, easy listen. So now we're going to go from the easy listening to the depths of hell.
Yes. So I found this song sometime last year, and I can't stop listening to it. I think I've mentioned this on the old show, but I'm going to mention it again. Anyone who likes death metal, who likes really loud music, and I only listen to this music when I'm in the gym or I'm quietly venting against stupid people, because I see a lot of stupid people and stupid things that stupid people do in my day.
I remember this song.
So I give you this. I think this is a German death metal band.
This fucking song.
Nick, if you listen to this song, you will find absolutely no
They only have one.
They only have one album. Yeah. You will find no melody pattern whatsoever with the vocals. I think the guy is just saying the vocals as you would say, I don't know, a book report or something. There's no melody to them. Yeah. It starts off that way. Yeah.
I gotta send this to my kid.
Oh no.
Oh, he loves this shit.
He might like it, yeah.
Yeah, no, he really likes this stuff.
Oh, good. Good for him.
One day you're really, really, really gonna fuck with us, and you're gonna come in with like a Britney Spears. It's gonna be something, but it's gonna be like you, not just to do it to show, but you're gonna be like, I legitly like this song, and it's gonna be something just so out of like left field. It's like, huh.
Yes, there is a band named The Band.
Take the load off, Fanny.
Yeah, The Weight. We talked about it
for free.
Brody recommended it in the old show, The Band, The Weight. I think they're Canadian. That song is pretty good, The Weight. Yeah. So what has Chad got? Human by Highly Suspect. Cool.
Definitely. I think you already gave us that fucking song.
I don't think so.
Did he not?
That one doesn't look familiar to me. Color Me Bad.
Isn't the Color Me Bad like, I want to sex you up? No, that was Fashionable People.
No, I like Kid and Play.
I can't thank you enough for that Crazy Love song. It is so good. That Harry Mannix one, that is a great song.
Yeah, I love it.
So what we should actually start doing before, like, not that we're saying goodbye, but we should like start looking over Facebook just before we do go and go. What's popped up here in the last little bit here? Well, here's a good question, Alex. If I broke into your house and stole what was on top of your refrigerator, what would I get?
Oh, fuck this. You would get my lunchbox.
You would get my protein shakes, my fiber drink, and my packs of Crystal Light.
I wonder if, you know how in the past 2 years or so, people have been saying that you shouldn't fill out that online getting to know you thing because it could reveal your password. Yeah. I wonder if this what's on top of your refrigerator question runs along the same line, because I bet someone would use whatever's on top of their fridge as their password. It wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, I guess, right? I I guess. Can you imagine? What else is there?
Jesus, we lost 2 viewers since I recommended that metal song. Sorry.
Yeah, they just went and cut the wrists. I love these. I love memes like this. Most of being an adult is whispering, fuck this, while doing it anyways. Oh, some of the shit that I see is just like this pretty genius stuff. Let's see. Oh shit.
You gonna share this one?
I am gonna share this one because this is from a Chris Rock bit, and this makes oh fuck, where is that? No. Where is this thing? Fuck, sorry guys. Overlay. Where is it? Where'd I go? There it is.
Old people. Wow.
No, Elmo, you can't say it. No. Oh fuck. Oh, I think I'm running out of shit to say.
I'm going to share one that I saw today from my friend Norm.
No shit. No shit.
Speaking of which, how's everybody's big old toilet paper stash from last year doing?
Well, I'm figuring now they're going to start lighting up fucking toilet paper bombs with all the gasoline that they're now hoarding, and they're going to bomb the Capitol.
Apparently there's a bunch of Republican, I don't know if it's senators in the US or governors that are saying, insurrection? What insurrection? That didn't happen on January 6th. Of course, I'm looking at a headline, didn't read the story, so who knows?
Yep, pretty much. Just assume.
Protein powder. Yep.
Protein powder.
Apparently, the amount of protein that people consume, well, protein itself is overrated. You don't need 1 gram per pound of body weight. I've read this in the last few years. It's like between 0.71 and 0.82 grams of protein per pound of body weight is the absolute maximum you should have, because according to 3 studies, which I don't have cited, that is the maximum amount of protein intake the body needs, beyond which there is no optimal results. So it's probably between 0.73 and 0.82 grams of protein per pound of body weight. But back in the day, like in the year 2000, I swear I read in Schwarzenegger's Modern Encyclopedia of Bodybuilding that it should be 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. And more if you're a hard gainer, which I was at the time. But people will say, well, too much protein puts stress on the kidneys and can cause kidney problems. It can cause kidney problems. Now, I'm not a doctor, so don't believe me. It can cause kidney problems if your kidneys already have problems. But if for normal, healthy people, probably not. But I'm wondering, if you eat a large amount of protein over a long enough period of time, say 20 years, will that eventually cause kidney problems and kidney breakdown, I wonder?
Well, be honest, in these days, well, really, too much of anything is not good, except for maybe water isn't great for your body. Too much of anything.
Yeah.
Right? So it's kind of, yeah. There you go, Alex. There's Alex Chadney has a question.
Oh, shit. Back in the day, it was hyped. I imagine apparently there are small amounts of creatine present in a lot of different foods. So I don't know like my psychological jury on creatine is still out. Like I could say it's great for you. It isn't. I don't know. Like I take it only twice a week after a workout, and I don't see any real benefit to it. Then again, I don't know how to properly measure the success that creatine will bring to my gains. Like how would I conduct an experiment on that? We're meant to eat protein. Yes, the human body needs, and I'm going to get this number wrong, I think it's a minimum 50 grams of protein per day. And of course that varies based upon body weight, but it's a low number. It's way lower than what a lot of bodybuilders are eating in this day and age because of this myth of 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight.
Wrong.
I just wanted to push the button.
Yeah, I know.
I got a video to show you. I think this is from last year. Maybe this is this year again. These people are allowed to vote. Okay. These people are allowed to vote. Look, she's not done. She's not done. She's done.
She didn't have a jerry can, so she puts it in a bag.
And now it's spraying everywhere.
Yeah.
Remember, those people's votes matter just as much as yours does.
Yeah. Somehow.
Yep.
Oh, I think we should end on that because I got the perfect outro meme for that video in particular. So I thank everyone for watching. If I can remember from the get-go, Jen, Susan, Trevor, Chad.
You know, Susan was my mom, right?
Yeah, that's why I said Susan. Yeah. B-Bones, Sarah. I think we had 8 or 9 people watching at one point. It's a shame that they don't all chime in. But...
Dickley snuck in there for a quick hello.
Yeah. The redneck was
Penny.
Here. Penny was here.
Penny was here. That was a good show, guys. Yeah. Lots of interaction, lots of chat. Yeah. Awesome.
I think the chat should tell us what to do. They should talk about this, talk about that. And we're going to say, no, we're going to talk about what we want to talk about.
Yeah, no, we know you're here, Trev. We're just saying bye because we're going to go. We're going to wrap it up.
I like this start time of 6. How about you?
I really do because it's only 20 to 9. So I like it. Because now it gives me time to go shower and kind of wind down a bit before bed. So,
yeah. So we'll be back next Thursday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Redneck Berta time.
Damn.
And in regards to that silly video we just watched of filling a bag with gas,